So you in the churches, you ever get that feeling like you're not doing enough? Like in your walk, in your Christian walk, you ever get that feeling that you're just not doing enough? Something's missing. You're not praying enough, or you're not doing enough, or you're not what you think being kind enough. Like, you ever get these feelings? I know I did. And what I have learned that's the Spirit of grace. And what it's trying to tell you is that they're not feeding you the truth. They're not telling you what you should be doing. It's not about praying enough. It's not about helping out at luncheons or in the nursery at church, or setting up tables or chairs, or going and feeding the poor, the homeless, which is a good thing to do. Just make sure it's not a ham sandwich. But what that is that's God's Spirit of grace that is trying to tell you to come out of her. He's trying to tell you that the pastors there are liars, that they're not teaching you the truth. He's trying to tell you you're not doing enough because you're not keeping my 10 commandments. You're not keeping my covenants of promise, eating clean. You're worshiping idolatry. You're blaspheming my name. You are worshiping graven images. You're profaning my Sabbath. You're not teaching your children my commandments. You're lying about my word, and you're murdering your neighbor because you tolerate the lies and the sin. You're stealing the keys from the kingdom from people, teaching them lies that the pastors have taught you. You're bearing false witness every time you talk about me. And your heart is full of covetousness and pride. That's what he's trying to tell you in the church. Those of you that are sitting in the church that just feel like you're never good enough or not doing enough, that's what his Spirit of grace is trying to convict you of. You hush it. Zimba. Blasted cats. 18-year-old old cat filled with piss and vinegar. Anyways, so you need to know that's what he's trying to tell you. Like, that's our standard. And the pastors are telling you you don't have to do any of that anymore. You don't have to keep God's standard. You can't. It's impossible. So why even try? Just give up. Do as thou wilt. Just believe in Jesus, and everything's going to be fine. I mean, if you had somebody like deceive you with those kind of words about a new car, and you spent like 40, 50 grand on a car, and you figured out that they were lying to you and deceived you the whole time about the car, and then you didn't know at the time you bought it, and you just trusted them, and then all of a sudden the engine blows up, the transmission goes out, and everything starts breaking and falling apart, within a week, wouldn't you be pretty upset? Wouldn't you be going back to that dealership and having a word with the salesman and the dealership that sold you that car? This is exactly what's going to happen in the churches. It may be after the sixth seal, but when it happens and you learn the truth, because you will, prophecy says you will. Prophecy says you're going to learn the truth about the pastors in the church and how many lies they were teaching you, promising you life vainly. Ezekiel 13. You're going to be pissed. really, really mad. And you're going to be doubly mad if you see this video, because you'll then know somebody was trying to warn you what was going on in the churches, what prophecy says against the churches in the last days. And you didn't listen to them, and you wanted to listen to a liar in the pulpit that's making merchandise off of you. So, you're going to want to string your pastor up. Believe that. You're going to be furious, fuming mad. And it's probably going to be because you just realized you're in the tribulation now, and your pastor is the one that sent you there. So if you hear this, you have a chance now to come out of that. Like he commanded you to. It's Ezekiel 14:6 and Revelation 18:4. Read those two. He's giving you a chance now. He's trying to tell you. You going to take heed to it? Or are you going to do despite unto that conviction? Choice is yours. Repent now or perish in the tribulation.